So basically, the deal is that I am going to drop a statement, and if you agree, you're going to say straight facts. If you disagree, you're going to say bro, relax, and you are going to tell me why. And Tony, I know that you do have a really long day tomorrow. I'd love to start things off with yourself. And there was definitely a romance with outdoor hockey games, with the NHL and the whether it's the Heritage Classic or the Winter Classic, which is usually on January 1st. Uh, it's just a viewing spectacle. And I personally went to the Centennial Classic, Leafs and Red Wings at BMO Field. Absolutely incredible time. And the Stadium Series had as many as what 6, 7 outdoor games in one season. This season, however, there is the Winter Classic on New Year's Eve at Wrigley Field, and Ohio Stadium, home of the Buckeyes, they're going to have an outdoor game. The Red Wings and the Blue Jackets. I'm wondering if the NHL is seeing the end of the road for outdoor hockey games. The NHL will cease outdoor hockey games within 5 years. Straight facts or bro relax?
Oh, bro, relax. It's a moneymaker for them. It's their ratings are usually pretty good for the Winter Classic. Um, any way they can sell the game, they'll do it. And so yeah, that's a bro, relax. I think there's too many of them personally. I like the fact, is there only two this year?
I
Is
only
the
caught
only
two. Yeah. Yeah.
okay? If that's the case, then that's great. If we have a Heritage Classic up here in Canada and have the Winter Classic down there, I think the Stadium Series was overdone, but I don't think they'll get rid of them completely.
Hmm. Yeah. I can't remember. I don't believe. I wonder why the outdoor game is not on New Year's Day. I mean, I thought it was NBA and Christmas. I mean, I thought January 1st and an outdoor hockey game was just
My
music.
guess is so it doesn't coincide with the college football game. I'm assuming one
Yeah,
of the
perhaps.
NCAA college football playoff games. That's my guess. So I know they've moved it in the past over to January the 2nd for that reason.
Yeah, no, for sure. And will be interesting to see if they actually do ride this thing out. I personally hope they would because it is pretty cool to see an outdoor hockey game. Neil, the talk around NBA circles is that expansion may be coming soon. And of course, us here in Canada would love to see another NBA team back in Vancouver, but I think there's a couple of cities that are at the top of the list, and you have to think with the summer season in uh, the NBA, the rookie camp, or why can't I think of what the actual tournament is in Vegas? But you have to think Vegas is going to get the an NBA team, and you have to think that Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, is going to get a team as well. NBA expanding by two more teams in less than 5 years, and those two teams would be in Vegas and Seattle. Straight facts, bro. Relax.
Straight facts, bro. That is straight facts, and it's a poorly hid secret that when the next expansion cycle comes along, those are the first hitters up to bat. And Seattle, much like Vancouver, but especially Seattle. I mean, they do have a fantastic sports scene. They had a fantastic fan base. The nuances of why they went to Oklahoma City, it's not like they couldn't have continued to support the Sonics over there. They were doing great. And they're gonna be just fine once they get the Sonics back. And it's already been said by OKC that all of the Supersonics history is back to them. OKC does not claim any of that Sonics history as soon as Seattle gets a team. Just another clue that Seattle is in fact going to be one of the next teams in the cycle. And Vegas, when it comes to Vegas, again, another poorly hid secret. Everyone knows Vegas. Every sport is coming to Vegas. You see it with the Raiders. The A's are going there. And now the Golden Knights have been such a big success. Vegas is just a right market for the picking, and it's been proven now that sports can thrive there, both from the local fan base as well as the massive tourism that brings people there. And just another thing for people to do on trips. And so it makes a lot of sense. You've heard LeBron already say that he'd like to be part of a Vegas franchise when it does come there. Maybe he's lining up his retirement, just like he seemingly lines up everything in his personal story to fit his needs or to fit his. The world revolves around LeBron, as we all know. Maybe Bronny will be part of the expansion draft that the Las Vegas LeBrons get. But definitely straight facts, man, and I don't think there's any two ways about that.
It is unfortunate, Jake, that we didn't get a chance to really get into the big trades that took place in the NFL. Of course, with Tony and Neil being Buffalo Bills fans. But hey, you as a Jets fan will definitely get a chance to speak about DavanteAdams heading to New York alongside his boy AaronRodgers. I mean, of course, they have a history as great as it did in Green Bay. And I mean, hey, Nathaniel Hackett is back in behind AaronRodgers and so on. I mean, originally I was going to ask you if AaronRodgers has the ability to rejuvenate this season. I mean, the Jets have not had the greatest start to this NFL season. However, I mean, is one person make a difference? And could that person be DavanteAdams? AaronRodgers and DavanteAdams having enough to salvage this New York Jets season and make the playoffs? Straight facts or bro relax?
It's bro relax for me. Look, I've seen this movie way too many times. Davante's a great player. And I think the move to get him isn't necessarily a horrible trade. You obviously put him back with a good friend who we made a lot of great plays with, obviously in Green Bay and AaronRodgers and DavanteAdams. But no one's fixing this mess. He already fired the coach, and I was not a fan of Saul by any means. He needed to go, but the way they handled that was really, 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 really poor, very unprofessional. Bill Belichick said it on the Manning cast, like, that's Woody being Woody. He's a complete clown. He had a press conference today. He looked like he looked clueless because he is clueless. Like, on paper, obviously, AaronRodgers with Davante, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, that the defense is still pretty good. You think, oh, they can turn this thing around. Things still get into the playoffs. I don't see it. This team is cursed. Rodgers is 40, not near the same player. He's not that great anymore. Obviously, you make the coordinator change when you fire Saleh. Hackett gets demoted. Todd Downing gets the promotion. I don't think that's going to do a whole lot. I don't think, although Ulbricht, the fine defensive coordinator, I'm sure, seems like a nice guy, but I mean, in the first game we saw, they were just as unprepared as they were under Robert Saleh. They were just as undisciplined as they were under Robert Saleh. Same red zone issues, same lapses, with guys running the wrong routes and guys missing blocks and guys dropping passes. You got, more issues on special teams. It's the same crap over and over and over again. I really don't think this is going to change anything. Maybe they win one more game with Adams. Maybe instead of going 6-11, they go 7-10. Whoop be damn do. But I don't think it's going to really lead them to the playoffs.
Can I add something here? They fired Robert Saleh. A lot of people had a big problem with that. Jeff Ulbrich, respected guy, now the interim head coach, and they stripped Hackett of play calling duties, gave it to Todd Downing. Todd Downing teams historically heavy run offenses. Not only that, both Ulbrich and Downing, we are going to reestablish the run. We are going to be a running team from now on. 2 days later, lose to Buffalo, trade for DavanteAdams. How the hell are you prioritizing the run? Sounds like AaronRodgers is telling you what to prioritize.
Yeah.
Just for the record, the Bills made the much more impactful trade today, and the Bills are big winners today, just like they were yesterday.
That was a great move getting Amari Cooper, and also the Bills actually have a chance making the playoffs. Just their season is done. Their season was done when they lost to the Denver Broncos.
And they're also locked down to what? All of his contract, right?
Yes, they took on his whole contract, which is
what is he, $35 million a year, and he's got 3 years left.
Yeah, it was a desperate move by a desperate and just horrible organization.
Yeah. Hey, you know how much Buffalo's paying Amari Cooper this year? Less than $1 million.
Exactly, nothing.
Yeah. And he's a free agent, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, there's a business side to it always too, right? But that was a terrible game last night. Like officiating wise.
Man, it was brutal.
That was the worst roughing the passer call I've ever seen in my life.
That was hard
on AaronRodgers. And
Yeah.
even Aaron Rodgers was
He even said
speaking to AJ Epinesa, and you can see him saying, and he said after the game too, he said that was not
Yeah.
a passer. Once again, Randy, the pussification of sports. Football is getting there too.
Football is not immune,
Really
even though
bad.
it's still the roughest of sports. It's not.
Well, one day, maybe we'll see.
The day flags are hanging off these guys' belts is the day I stop watching football.
It's getting there. It's getting there.